What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy. Some. Hit the keys. Here today to talk about what the music community needs to stop expeditiously. Make sure if you guys do like this content, though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But with no further delay, let's get right into the video. Some, hit the key. All right, guys, so in today's video, I definitely want to talk about a subject that needs to stop expeditiously. It's probably the most toxic thing in the whole entire music community. And I would definitely say it is gatekeeping. Y'all got to cut the gatekeeping out because people are trying to gatekeep everything. So it's like when you're looking at music, one genre is trying to gatekeep another genre. So I'm just going to throw out loose examples, but like country music don't want hip hop artists to rap the way that they rap, or rock and roll people still think that they are the main genre and they are the only genre and they hate on rap music, calling it not music, so on and so forth. It's like, we got to quit that at some point in time. We're all musicians. So it's like everybody wants to be the best guitar player or the best drummer or the best beat maker or the best rapper, singer, artist, etc., etc. But these same people don't even want to practice being the best version of themselves. And that's what gets me with music. It's like it's always a competition. I feel like everybody's always competing with each other to be the best, but you should just be the best version of yourself and figure out other ways in order for you to get discovered. So necessarily being the best in your head isn't going to make you the most popular artist. Being the best guitar player isn't going to put you in the most popular band. So instead of spending that energy and all that negative energy fighting with other guitar players on why you're a better guitar player than them, or rappers fighting with other rappers on why they're a better rapper, or why different producers are talking about this plugin's trash, this plugin's good, at the end of the day, none of that matters. You should be focused on being the best artist that you can be and not gatekeeping the next person, because gatekeeping the next person slows down the growth of a genre. So what I mean by that is every time somebody new comes up and they're trying new different stuff, those new elements get introduced into whatever music scene that you are in, whether it's hip hop, rock, country, lo-fi, whatever it is. And those new elements are what starts to push the culture forward. So basically, old heads versus young heads. So for me, I've never been a gatekeeper except for one instance. And the only time I've ever tried to gatekeep music was when mumble rap hit the scene, okay? I didn't like mumble rap, and it was more so because I'm an old school rapper and enunciation is big in rap. It's like one of the most important things is enunciation. Well, mumble rap came and it basically took over the radio for a while. So the reason why I say that I take back all my gatekeeping on mumble rap is because mumble rap was the bridge gap between the Roddy Riches and the Rod Waves and all that other stuff. So now if we would have gatekeep mumble rap, we would have never got this new genre of trap rap where people are rapping and singing and all that other stuff, because we would have gatekeeped it out. Now, I know there's a lot of old heads out there right now that are hating on some of you young heads for singing and rapping. Ignore all them old heads. And the reason I say that is because the same old head that's knocking you for rapping and singing is getting in his car, singing some Jodeci as soon as it bumps out. He's bumping some 90s R&B and they're bumping it and they're singing it and they're enjoying it. So why can't you sing and rap in your music if these old heads that hate on singing rap are listening to R&B and stuff like that in their cars? With that being said, young heads tried to gatekeep the way that hip hop happens now. So a lot of young heads in the past year have been going off on sampling and on Timbaland and on this and on that, and how people are just stealing other people's work. Young heads, I need y'all to realize for just 1 second that hip hop all started on sampling. So if there was no sampling, this art that y'all love and y'all practice would not exist. So what I mean by don't gatekeep is basically look at both sides. That's basically what this video is about, is looking at both sides. Your way is not the only way. The current genre does not get to define the future of the genre, if that makes sense. So music isn't like a dictionary. Like, music is ever evolving. So what I feel like a lot of times is old heads don't remember what it was like to be young heads. And young heads, y'all don't realize that y'all are just old heads in training. Literally all the stuff that you're doing right now is training you to be an old head. So keep that in mind when you guys do come at old heads and come at young heads. Old heads, we have to realize we've been there. Young heads, you have to realize you're gonna get there sooner than you think. So, but those aren't the only ways that we gatekeep in the music community. We also gatekeep things like plugins. Like, you guys know I do plugin reviews and stuff like that with plugins, walkthroughs. So I see a lot of the commentary when it comes to plugins, and commentary on plugins like Ozone or anything like Or Producer Suite or like Smart Comp, anything that's AI powered. There is a lot of haters in the music community mad because people didn't spend the same amount of time that they spent necessarily learning compression or learning how to mix or learning how to master. But it's not fair for you as the person that spent all this time mixing and mastering to hold your standards onto this other person. Because while you were going to school and mixing and mastering, what else were you working on? How do you know this person wasn't rapping all the time and they never ever was an engineer? So maybe this person played a guitar in a band, they were a singer in a band, but they never did the rest of the part. Does that mean they're less of a musician than you are because they don't know how to EQ or use compression or anything at the same rate you are? No. And that's why these tools are great, because if the person who is knocking somebody else who's this great engineer, they might not be a great guitar player. They may not be a good rapper. They may not be a good singer. So for them, they've spent all the time that they have focused on one thing, and that's engineering tracks. Well, a lot of us other musicians rap, we make beats, we host, we DJ, we do all of these other pieces in this music field that don't allow me to spend 10 hours a day practicing my guitar, because I rap, I DJ, I host, you know what I'm saying? I make beats. So I'm doing 4 things versus what the other person is doing is 1. And I'm just using this as an example because a lot of times you always see people hating on different kind of musicians because I want to use a MIDI for a guitar, or because I want to use a guitar plugin in Omnisphere, or because you want to use whatever the sound is. There's always somebody in the comment section sounding like, that doesn't sound like a real guitar, or that doesn't sound like some real drums, or that isn't how a piano should be played. Okay, that's fine, but this genre doesn't necessarily call for that. And that's the same with every genre. You have to understand what you're saying is it genre specific before you try to gatekeep a completely different genre than what you are practicing yourself. All right, guys, so I know I've been all over the place with this video. It didn't really have any structure. I didn't write a script. I don't have no outline. It was just basically coming from the heart. Basically, I just want to see y'all win. I say that all the time. At some point in the music community, we have to stop gatekeeping and we have to stop hating on each other. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the key.